Hello everyone, thank you for joining this session. Good evening. So today in this video, we are going to learn how we can automate the web-based application on different browser like that Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox. Okay, so we are going to automate this type of web-based application on different browser. Okay, so that is called cross-browser automation. So first of all, what we'll do, we'll try to launch our UiPath. Okay, so for that, we'll go inside this window and we are going to open this UiPath Studio. Okay, so whenever you install, automatically you will get this like that. You can click on UiPath Studio and you will get the version. Okay, so I've installed this community version that is free and you are able to install it will free up to 3 months. And right now you can see here version 2020.10.3. This is my current version I'm using, and here this is the child window you can see here. And right now we are able to open this software. Okay, so this is my project. You can see here 27th of November. Okay, if you want to create the new project, you can click on this process and you are able to open like this way. Okay, so you'll get like that new name and location and your this like that your language you have to select. Okay, so by default, whatever the language you want to go for that, by default we have to select and you can go like it. Okay, so right now if you want to give the name like that, today I want to give the name like that 2nd December, you can provide December and click on create. Okay, so before clicking on create, by default location, this is your by default location for every system like that. Automatically it will come your PC name like that, your username, and after that in documents automatically it will click on, it will create your UiPath folder and you can click on create. Okay, so this is the way. Hardly it will take, if your laptop is fine, hardly it will take max to max 1 minute to creating all this process. Creating workpieces means your workspace, your sub process is going to ready for your automation. Hardly sufficient 1 minute for the creating this type project. Okay, so adding the dependency means whatever the process you are going to automate, automatically UiPath install the dependency. This is the 4 dependency we are getting here. Okay, so this is the 2nd December. You can see here this is my project name. Okay, so here on the top you can see here home, design and debug. This is the 3 interface in UiPath. If you click on home, so especially whatever the project you want to open, like that we are getting this 2nd December, we are getting this 27th November. So 2nd November today we have getting, we are getting this VB and this window location and location local. So one by one all project we are getting. Okay, so home is especially for creating the project, selecting the project. Suppose that in your you have kept your project inside your C drive, D drive, E drive, anywhere, you can click on open and by default you can go for there. Okay, suppose that I want to go for documents, automatically UiPath create one UiPath folder. So in UiPath folder there are lots of project you can see here. Okay, 5th September, October, September. Okay, so lots of project you can see here. Okay, whatever the project, suppose that I want to open 29th August RPA basic, you can go there and here you have to select this workflow file and you have to go for the main sequence, whatever the folder you want to go for. You can click, you can select and you can click on open. Okay, so right now I'm going to open this 27th November, like this project I've created 2 to 3 days back. So 27th November I'm going to open, and right now we'll try to create any program inside your 27th of November. Okay, so here also it will take by default 1 minute, and right now you can see here already we are able to open 27th November, and by default we are getting 4 dependency, but here we have added lots of things like the database and your PDF activity. Okay, so if you ask me what is dependency, okay, simple things. Dependency is nothing but like that, whatever the process you want to automate, for that it's install activity. Okay, so you can see here this is the activity panel. So activity is nothing but whatever action you want to perform. Okay, let me keep proper. Okay, one second. Okay, so if you right click, there you will get the doc, automatically it will come here. Okay, so whatever activity you want to automate, like the PDF, database, Python, so for that you have to install some dependency. Okay, so like that you can see here we have installed this PDF, we have installed the database. So due to that activity, whenever you pass the database name, so automatically we'll get the activity, all activity. If you install you will get, otherwise you will not get. Okay, so how to install I will also tell you. You have to go for manage package, and here you have to go for all package, and from there you have to select this UiPath.python database, whatever you want to automate. So you are able to get all the things. Okay, so through this Python activity you are able to get all Python activity. Okay, So by default, you are not provide UiPath not provide all dependency. Based on your requirement, it will provide your all the dependency you are able to install from managed package. Okay, so today we are going to automate this web-based application. So what we'll do first here, so first you can see here is the dependency, and here we have to create some new program. Okay, so how to go for that? You can see here this is the new, we are getting new sequence and state machine, sequence, flowchart, and state machine. Okay, so this is the three types of workspace workflow, and you can say sub process. This is the types of program where you're able to create sequence, especially for a small project, flowchart especially for small as well as large program. If you click there, automatically you will get this type things, flowchart one, whatever the name you want to give. Suppose that you want to give the web. Okay, click on simple create, automatically you will get the name of web. Okay, what I want right now, I want to create one folder. Okay, so daily basis, after 2019 version, they have given advantage like that in UiPath. On daily basis, you are able to create one folder. Okay, so what I will do, I click on this folder, and here I will add one. I will click on this project and I will click on add, and there first I will create one folder. Okay, and folder I'll provide 2nd December program. 2nd December program, this is your, you are getting this folder one by one, everything we are getting here. So 2nd December program will choose, and there we'll try to create this type of things. Okay, so there will create any program inside the folder we'll create. So again we are getting this add, and inside we'll go for sequence, flowchart, and state machine. Okay, so today we are going to take the flowchart. Sequence also will come. So flowchart, I'm taking flowchart especially for small as well as a large program. Okay, so again I'm going to open. So automatically we are getting the name as a flowchart. If you create multiple times, it will come flowchart 1, flowchart 2, flowchart 3, same like that. Okay, but if you want to give your, if you want to rename your program, you can pass like that. So I can pass here web automation. Okay, so here I'm giving this name. So click on create. Okay, automatically we are getting this workflow. Okay, so you can see your web first we have created, and this we are getting. So this web automation, BP table web automation, this is under one folder. Okay, after 1 month also, if you come here, automatically you are able to understand this year 27, 28, 29, and this is your 2nd December program. Okay, so automatically if you open, automatically you will get the program. If you keep outside, you can see here recently like that we have created this wave.xml file. Okay, so this one also will get, but here wave.xml file, there is nothing called your folder. So 2nd December is good like that. After 1 month, if you come, you're able to identify like that on 2nd of December we have created the web automation. Okay, so right now, we are going to automate one web-based application. I will show you. So first we'll try to automate on Internet Explorer, and after that I will tell you how to automate on Google Chrome also. Okay, so right now I'm going to open this Internet Explorer. Okay, so Internet Explorer by default, that is the browser of your UiPath, because UiPath based on your .NET Microsoft, and Microsoft by default browser is your Internet Explorer. Okay, so right now I'm going to open this website that is called BP table. That is your aviation sector, one of the website. Okay, so here first you have to launch, maximize, and after that we have to provide the login ID, and we have to click on login. Okay, so you have to provide this credential. So for that, what we'll do, we have to open these things, this workflow. This is called workflow. Okay, workflow is nothing but your program, sub program. Okay, so here first we'll go to the activity. Without activity we cannot do nothing. Without activity it's not possible to start the development. So activity is nothing but whatever process you want to automate. In layman language, I can say in Java, in Python, everywhere we write the code. For everything we write some syntax, we pass as things. Okay, but here we have not to do. Okay, simple everything. In Java we write the code especially for delay, thread dot sleep. In RPA path there is nothing called simple delay. Okay, so this is the drag and drop tool where you can connect this activity one by one. You are able to connect this activity, and you are able to automate. Okay, so here I'm going to take this open browser, simple drag and drop this open browser activity and connect like this. Okay, so here we are getting this error. Here we are getting this error. You can see here this red sign. So red sign, why we are getting? Because in this activity there is a things called double click to view. Okay, so double click to view, you can see here. So if you double click, you can see here, insert URL here, text must be coded. Okay, so this is your, you can see here, this is the, there are two types here we are getting. One is yellow, one more children have a validation error, and here we are getting this error. Okay, so this is your child error, this is your parent error. Okay, so in every workflow, one, you will get the parent error and you will get the multiple child window. Okay, if you take the second times, so second times also we are getting the same error. Okay, so right now how to resolve, especially what I will do, I'll go here and I will try to provide the URL. Okay, so here I'll go and here we'll try to provide the insert URL here. Okay, so there are two ways to provide this URL. There are multiple way, but right now I'm going to provide the hard coded, and I'll try to provide through one variable. Okay, so how to pass this type variable also I will tell you. So here first we'll come, and here if you want to pass the double quote like the hard code, you can come here and you can pass the double quote, and you can pass here. Let me come here, let me copy this URL. Okay, so you can pass here in double quote, and after that if you want to automate any website, I will recommend you always try to use this activity called maximize window. Okay, if you are going to maximize, you can take this maximize window. If you are going to minimize any browser, so we have activity called minimize window, you can pass like that way and you are able to automate. Okay, right now I'm going to delete this activity. Okay, after that we have to log into system. Okay, we have to log in into this web-based automation. Okay, so here you can see it's very simple. This is the type into, and for type into, especially you have to take one activity, and that activity you have to remember. So in robot world, we have to revise all activity. We have to remember all activities. So here I'm going to take this activity called type into. It's very simple. Type means we are going to type into. So this activity you can pass in any web-based application, any desktop application, and simple, we have to spy the target object. Okay, so this is your text box. Here we have taken, and again I'm going to pass this type into. Okay, so let me spy this password also. So whatever the browser you're going to automate, make sure you have already launched in the background. Okay, so you are able to automate, otherwise you'll get the problem. So click, we have also taken click especially for clicking on login. Okay, so here everything I am passing right now hard coded. First you have to understand what is hard code and how we can pass the data through variable. Text must be coded. Here I'm going to pass this double quote, and here you can pass these things called admin. Okay, so ID is admin, and here the password is also admin. We are going to pass this admin as a password. Okay, so what to do right now, if you come here again, I will tell you one thing. Here after every activity, what you have to do, in last you have to click on control list. Okay, here we are getting this star. Star means whatever the program we have developed till now, it's not saved. Okay, so always what you do, you have to click on control list. Either you can click on control list, or either you can click the you can pass this one activity one shortcut control shift pluses, or you can click on save all. Okay, if you're going to close this all UiPath, you have multiple program, you want to click there, you want to save there, so like that we have a click. Here also we are getting this star, here also we are getting this star. If you click on save all, automatically it will save all workflow. Okay, so by default here I'll pass control is for the saving all workflow. Okay, so right now we are going to run this program. Click on run file, and right now it will try to launch new Internet Explorer window. If Internet Explorer is already closed, so it will try to open the new Internet Explorer. Okay, so right now this it's working on your Internet Explorer. Okay, so right now it's working fine on your Internet Explorer. So here after Internet Explorer, we have to automate this same program on Google Chrome. Okay, how to automate on Google Chrome, I will also tell you. So first of all, if you want to automate any browser like that, Google, Paytm, any in this website also, first you have to enable the extension. Extension means, I will tell you. Let me come here on Google Chrome. So if you come to the Google Chrome, this is the extension. Right side, if you come here, we are getting this one extension. How to install that? You can see here the UiPath Web Automation 20.10. This is the same version we are using, UiPath. So for that, what you have to do, you have to go inside this UiPath, and in UiPath there is things called first interface is called home. On home you have to go, and you have to go inside your tools. So here this you can see here extension, UiPath extension. Okay, so for every browser you have to click here and you have to install. Okay, so similar like that, I will give you example, Firefox. Okay, so for that you have to close all the browser, and after that you have to install. You can see here make primary browser, no, and after that you have to, we are getting these things, add UiPath web automation. This extension will have permission. Okay, so it's asking for the add, and after that you're able to automate a browser on Mozilla Firefox. Okay, so for same thing you have to do on Google Chrome also. I have already done on my, you can see here, UiPath extension for Firefox was installed successfully. Okay, so if you go for Java, any programming language, there is very tough installation process, but in UiPath it's very simple. Within 30 seconds of time you are able to install the extension for the automating on different browsers. Okay, right now I have already installed on Google Chrome also. I will show you for the Google Chrome. You can see here already we have already installed. Okay, so for that what we'll do here, we'll go inside this UiPath, and if you want to automate on different browsers like the Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Edge, so right side we are getting this things called properties. How we'll get, I will also tell you. Suppose that if you click here, you're not able to get all these type of properties. Let me show you. So I am telling you. Okay, so if you come here in Google Chrome, like in UiPath, this is the main workflow, BP Travel Web Automation. Okay, so whatever, and this is the things called activity, open browser. Okay, so when you click the open browser, automatically right side we are getting lots of properties. Okay, so there is things called browser type. So first I will go here in browser type, and right now I will try to select the Chrome. Okay, so simple click on Chrome, and right now if you run this program, every time you have to click on save, and every time you have to run this program, click on run file. So right now it will try to launch on Google Chrome. It will try to launch on Google Chrome, and it will try to go for automating these things. Okay, so I will recommend you one thing. Whenever you're going to automate on Google Chrome, always you have to spy the target application. Okay, so here you can see we're getting the problem. The problem is if you're going to automate any website, if you want to automate on Google Chrome, always try to spy the target application. Means I'm talking about this Google Chrome. Okay, so previous we have spy for Internet Explorer, that was working fine. So for Google Chrome also you have to spy these things proper. Okay, so there you have to go for UiPath. There is a open browser, and after open browser you have to again spy these things. Let me go here. So you can simple drag and drop click. So for every browser you have to spy the proper for the different browser. Okay, so if you spy for the Internet Explorer, and if you want to automate on different browser, it will not work. Okay, so for every browser you have to do like that. Okay, so right now it's working because I have changed my all the locators. I have changed my all the selector. Okay, so in UiPath it's called selector also I will tell you. So here it's working fine. Okay, so today we have learned these things like that, how to automate on different browser like that Internet Explorer and Google Chrome. Okay, so one things also I will tell you today. First try to understand these things in your Google Chrome. Let me come here. In Google Chrome there is a things called incognito window. Okay, let me come here. So if you click here, and if you click on this new incognito window, okay, so like it, these type things you'll get. Okay, how to automate this incognito window? Because in multiple projects lots of people they come and they ask like that, I want to automate my any web, I want to launch Google Chrome, Google web browser, or Paytm or something else in incognito window. What is the process? Okay, so there we'll get this type of process like the challenge. So I will tell you how to automate this type of things. Okay, so first of all I'll go here in UiPath, and here we have taken this UiPath. This is the open browser activity. I'll first connect with set edge start node. Okay, we are getting the error because we have to click on double click, and here we have to pass this URL. Okay, so here this is the URL double quote. We have already learned how to pass this double quote. If you don't want to pass hard coded, if you want to pass as a through variable. So what to do right now, we have to click on this variable. We have to click on this variable, and here you have to create this variable. Let me allow someone. Okay, let me go here. So here we are going to create this variable. So variable like that URL. Okay. So whatever the name you want to pass like it, if you ask me the best practice of UiPath, that is your string. This is my variable is string. You can see here variable type is string. So I have passed string underscore URL. Okay. Whatever the browser you want to open, suppose that I want to launch my Google. Okay. So we'll pass https www.google.co.in. Okay, so here we have passed this URL, and here we have passed this default value. We have created this variable, and same variable I'll pass here open browser. Okay, so here we have passed control space. So for everything you have to understand the shortcode. This is your string URL. We have passed the same variable. Okay, right now I want to automate. So what to do right now? So first we have already attached. Okay. So we have already attached. If you run this program, what will happen? It will try to run on Internet Explorer, because that we have connected, and by default browser is Internet Explorer. Okay, so it will first, you can see here it's working fine. We are able to launch on Internet Explorer. Okay, but we have to automate on Google Chrome. So what we'll do, we'll change the browser type from here. Okay, let me come here. Let me change to the Chrome. Okay, so right now if you automate this browser, what will happen? It will try to launch on Google Chrome. Okay, so right now it's working fine. Okay, so again what you do, we have to open these things on incognito window. Okay, so I'm talking about these things, new incognito. How to do like? So what I'll do, there is very simple things you have to do like that. You have to go inside this open browser, and in open browser right side we are getting this thing as a private. Okay, so we'll try to click on this private. Okay, so there is two things. One, this is your private. So in every activity you will get the private. Don't try to go for here. You have to try for this private. Okay, so here private means it's going to open in incognito window. So if you run this program right now, it will try to launch the Google into incognito window. You can see here, this is the things we are getting. It's very simple process. If you know, it's very simple. If you don't know, it will take you lots of time to resolve this type of problem. Okay, so like this way we are able to launch any type of browser in your private window. If you change these things, let me come here. Suppose anyone say like that, I want to automate it Internet Explorer. Okay, so things is Internet Explorer. So what to do right now? Simple, go there, and private is the same things you have to do, and you have to come here and you have to change this as a I. If you run this program, what will happen? It will go there and it will try to launch on Internet Explorer in private mode. You can see here the things is we are getting this private window. Okay, so lots of application, lots of time it's open in your like that on Internet Explorer. You can see here we are getting these things like that in private. Okay, means this is your incognito window. Okay, so right now it's working fine. Okay, again second things we'll learn here. Suppose that we are going to launch any type of browser like that Google Chrome, but after launching this Google Chrome, what you have to do, we have to navigate to the different browsers. Okay, so we have to wait some time like that. I will tell you. So here we have an open browser. Okay, if you want to rename, we can pass like that Google. Okay, so we have to first launch the Google, and after that what you will do, we have to launch Paytm. Okay, let me go here. Okay, so after that we have to launch again Paytm. Okay, so on the same browser I want to navigate to the Paytm. What I will do, we have an activity called navigate to. Okay, So navigate to, especially what it will do, it will go to the Paytm. Okay. So for especially for that, we have to pass the Paytm URL inside your navigate to. Insert URL here, text must be correct. Everywhere you will get this type of things. If you're going to pass into string, you will get like it the proper. Okay. If you want to pass the double quote, you can pass through double quote. If you want to pass through variable, so you can come here and you can pass the these things. Okay. So again, I will create this variable string underscore navigate URL. Okay, so try to understand. Tomorrow if I'm going to hand over my code to the any developers, any manager, so easily anyone can understand this is your variable called string and this is the name called navigate URL. Okay, so this is the best practice to create the any type of variable. Okay, so what I will do, I'll go here and I'll copy my Paytm website. Let me go here. Okay, so we'll copy and after that here I'll paste. Okay, scope, don't worry, I will tell you also what is scope, why we are getting do. This is your public and private also. I will tell you this type of things. Okay, so here we have passed this string underscore navigate URL. The same variable I'll try to pass here in navigate to, like the string navigate URL. Okay, okay, already we have passed, it will work fine. Okay, first I want to launch the Google and after that I want to wait at least 1 second or 2 seconds of wait. So there we'll try to use the activity called delay. Okay, so delay especially for pause your process, like if you want to, if your browser is getting 2 seconds of wait second of wait. So here we'll get in here how long to delay the following activity. So there proper they have given the standards. 00 means this is your hour, minute and second. Okay, I'm going to wait up to 2 seconds of wait. Okay, and before that I'll try to maximize the window. So for your Google, and after that we'll go for the delay, and after that we'll go for the string navigate URL. Okay, so automatically it's looking very fine, like that. This is the variable like that. Here we have passed. No, I will suggest you don't provide the double quote. So for starting, for learning process, double quote is fine, but for project always try to pass the proper variable name. Okay, so right now we are going to launch this Google, and after that we are going to pass this Paytm. Okay, so it's also like that we are able to open. So first we have launched this Google and after that waiting of 2 seconds of time we have launched this Paytm. Okay, so this is the activity called navigate to. Through navigate to we are able to we are able to navigate to the different browser, different URL, whatever your URL you are going to pass, we are able to launch. Okay, so this is the web-based automation we are going for. We can pass these things and we are able to navigate to the different browser. Okay, again what we'll do here.
Sir, I have doubt.
Yes,
so can
please.
you please go back again?
Program.
Program.
Yes.
You pass the string underscore URL, right? Yeah, here. Why you pass it? What is the meaning of?
So this is the variable name. You can see here. This is a variable type called string. Okay. So talking about these things. So string means this is your string, integer, double. There are lots of variable type. Okay, string, integer, double, generic, value, data table. So if you tomorrow if you come, easily you are able to understand this is your string and underscore URL. This is URL. This is your navigate URL. Means through this navigate URL, we are going to navigate from one URL to the different URL.
Okay.
Now clear?
Like we are working with multi.
Yes, yes. Tomorrow, if you're going to use this variable called, suppose that I want to create this variable called int, so int underscore number. Okay, so number we have to pass like that. We will come here, we'll change this integer. So we will pass this integer and we can pass these things called a 4. Okay, so if you pass your integer number, anyone can understand this is your integer variable and the number we have already passed. Okay, now clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay, thank you. So right now we are trying to automate this web-based application. This is your BP table. So first of all, we'll change this like that. Your selector will again spy because we have already done for the Google Chrome. Okay, so let me come here and let me rename also. So for especially for your project, according to your project, you can give the name. So I can pass this BP table web. Okay, and I will connect with this activity. Okay, whatever activity you are going to automate, always try to attach with your star, so it will look better and it will work. If you connect, if you're not going to connect with this activity, so this activity will not work. Okay, so that is disabled, it will not. So especially for first activity, what you can do here, right click and go for set as start node. Okay, so for first activity, for second activity it will not work. For second activity you have to drag and drop your activity and you are able to go like this. Okay, so this is your web travel. You pass this double quote. If you want to pass, you can create this variable and you are able to pass things. Okay, again I'll try to spy indicate on screen. Right now we'll go for the username and again I'll try to go for the password. So we'll pass the indicate on screen. Okay, so here we can pass this login again. Okay, so this type things we can pass. Okay, if you want to create the variable, so you can come here and you can pass these things like that, string user string password. Okay, so one by one, if you want to read these things, so automatically you can pass these things, string URL, and after that this is the string password. Okay, so right now you can see here we have already launched two browser. Okay, so already two window already we have launched of VB Travel. If you open multiple times, automatically like that, I can open third time and automatically you'll get it. Suppose that tomorrow you're trying to say like that, whenever you're going to automate any type of web-based automation, any type of URL, first you have to close all the window of your Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, any window. I'm talking about this in desktop automation calculator. So how to do that type of things? So we'll go to the UI path, and in UI path we have to use this activity. Okay, so that activity name is called your kill process. Okay, simple drag and drop this kill process. And right now what I will do, I'll try to go for set start node, and there I'll try to connect this activity with kill process. Okay, so kill process is not for Internet Explorer, not for your calculator. It's for every process, whatever the process you're going to automate. If you're going to automate the database, desktop automation, PDF, or every process, you can pass the process name here and you're able to automate like that. Okay, so through that you're able to, first it will try to close your all the window. Like you can see here, it's already we have opened three, either 100, either 2. So whatever, it will automatically kill your all the window. Okay, let me run this program. Let me show you. Okay, once again it's on Google Chrome. Let me change. Okay, so you can see here through kill process we have already closed all the Internet Explorer. Okay, right now we'll try to launch this website on Internet Explorer, and it will try to go for, you're passing these things like that. We have passed the different things. Let me come here. So here we have passed this string URL, so that's why it's not working. You have to pass this string user. Okay, so user we have passed. So here you have to pass this string user. Whatever the data you're going to pass, automatically it will work. Okay, so default value we have passed here the same things, whatever we have automated, admin, and here also we'll pass this admin. So if you pass the URL, automatically it will take your URL and it will work also. So your password right now fine. Let me check. So kill process right now, it's going to close your browser, that is your Internet Explorer, and right now it will try to go for admin and click on login. Okay, so right now it's working. After logging into this system, what we'll do right now, we'll try to click on create code. Okay, so you can here, you can see here first, every time whenever you're going to automate any browser, always check through manually like that. That is called field testing. Like that, how, what is the behavior of application? Okay, so single click, double click, what is the required? Here single click is required. What I'll do, I'll go inside this UI path, and here we'll use the things called click activity again. So click activity already in the favorite list. Okay, so if you ask me what is favorite list is nothing but whatever the activity you are going to use mostly time. So so you can take like that, you can keep all the things in favorite list. Suppose that here I'll give you one example. Suppose that maximize window is not in favorite list, so you can right click and go for the add favorites. Automatically whatever the most used activity, automatically it will come into favorite list. Okay, so here for click, I am trying to go for click on create code. You have to proper spy. Okay, so if you do like this way, it will not work. Okay, so this way, like that, I'm talking this way, it will not work. Okay, so you have to proper take like that. then you are able to click. Okay, so right now we are able to click on create code. After clicking on create code, we have to we have to fill on this form. Okay, so this is your like that this is your drop down, you can see it. So this is the country name, this is the ABC sector website, where we have to pass the data, we have to pass the country name. So from one place to another place, you can see it. And after that, it pass the departure date like that 20th December, and like it, you are flying from one way or returning you also there, and how many adults you are, like that 4 5 6 whatever. Children also you can pass like the 1 2 3 4, and after that you have to pass this name, postcode, telephone, email. Okay, so we have to automate this website. Okay, so for drop down, we have to remember this activity. The activity name is called select item. Okay, what I will do, I'll go here and we'll try to pass this things called select item activity, especially for the drop down. Okay, so after create code, I'll pass two select item, one for your flying from one city and flying to second city. We'll try to spy, and we'll click here and we can pass the data. So let me pass 2, and here if you click here select item, automatically you will get all country name. Right now I'm going to take this Europe, Belgium. So Belgium will take, and after that we'll take the capital of Belgium. So we'll take the second country name, so Brussels. And after that, here if you come after drop down, we have a text. Okay, so this is your type into activity. Okay, so you can see here we to pass the departure date. So we'll go inside this UI path and we'll take this activity called type into. Okay, so type into here, simple drag and drop. So here we'll take this departure, and one way is called click. Okay, so if you double click also, automatically this activity will come, and here we are passing this departure date like the 20 of December 2021. Okay, so click activity also will take, we'll try to one way. Okay, we are getting one way. After that, what we'll do here if you come one way, so automatically you can see here returning is going to disable. Okay, whenever we do the Excel automation also, I will tell you the logic, but right now we are doing the hard for it. So one way, if you click, automatically it's disabled. Okay, after that we have adults and children. So for adults and children, we have an activity called select item. We are going to take this select item activity. So here select item will simple drag and drop this activity, and here we are going to click this again. So adults automatically will get like that 1 2 3 4 4, and again I will take this select item second time. So we'll try to indicate on a screen for that children, and after that we even know name, postcode, and multiple like it we have 4 type into. Okay, so 4 text box is there, we'll take the 4 times type into. So if you don't want to do the drag and drop, if you do the double click also, automatically it will work. Okay, so for after every activity we do the double click, automatically it will come. Okay, so let me spy one by one. So I'll go for this name, I'll go for the postcode, I'll go for the email ID, I'll go for the telephone. And we'll pass this email ID. Okay, and after that we have to click on this. Let me go here. Let me click on here. Okay, so right now we one by one we have to pass like the name, like the hardcode. We can pass this UI path, but for postcode it will not take any postcode. We have to provide the proper postcode. So for that we want Excel sheet. Okay, let me come here. Let me show that Excel sheet. So in input folder we don't have any this UI path, that folder. Let me go here. Okay, so here this is the things called BP data. Okay, I'll keep in your project so that we'll go for the file explorer, and there in input folder I'll keep your this Excel sheet. Okay, so right now I'm going to hard code it. I'm going to copy this data. Whenever we do the Excel automation, automatically through your loop, I'll try to copy these things and we'll try to pass here. Okay, right now I'm going to take this things called this mail ID. What I will do, I'll go there and in email ID, I'll pass the email ID. Okay, so here you can see here this the email ID in double quote, I'll pass the same thing. One second. Please call me after 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, so right now here, if you come here, postcode also we have to pass. So postcode I'll try to take from here, simple copy these things, and here we can pass here in double quote the same thing. Okay, in telephone also we'll try to copy these things. So in telephone I'll try to copy like these things, Control C, and I'll try to pass this. Okay, so if you pass any data automatically like it will not take, it will select the wrong data. So that's why we have to pass these things from there. Okay, so right now we are not getting any error. So after create code, what we'll do here, after create code, let me come here. Okay, so right now whatever the things we have done till now, I am going to automate. So we have used this part like that, your fill process, so automatically it will try to close, and after that it's going to launch my browser, save and run this program. Click on run file. Okay, so first it will try to close all the browsers and provide the credential. Click on login, click on create code, and passing the from to departure date, adults, children, name, postcode, telephone, email, and click on create code. Okay, whatever we have passed, automatically it's working fine. Okay, so it's working till fine. Okay, so right now what you have to do, suppose that you are a passenger, you are flying from Europe, one country called Belgium, and second country called Belgium, Brussels, that is the capital of Belgium. And after that we are getting one like the total, this is your $816 price, and this is the reference number called 20,001. So what we have to do right now, we have to copy this data, we have to extract this data from website, and after that we'll write one data into notepad. Okay, whenever we do the Excel automation, lots of things we'll do, right? But right now we'll try to display through one message box and we'll write data into one notepad. Okay, so after that, for extracting the data, extracting the string data, we have to use the different activity. Okay, after create code, we are going to take this activity called get text activity. Let me come here. So get text, we are getting this multiple, this is the computer vision. Right now I'm going to take this activity called get text activity. Okay, get full text also will do for calculator. Right now get text especially for extracting one string data. Okay, so we'll take this total. Let me come here. Let me extract this reference also. Okay, so here for second data, I'll try to drag and drop and we'll try to indicate on screen for that, for your reference. Okay, so here we are getting this price. Okay, so it's going to extract, but definitely UiPath will store into one variable. Okay, so for that right side you can see your output, and here we are going to create one variable. For creating this variable, we have to remember one shortcut, Control K. Control K for the creating the shortcut. We are going to create this variable called price. Okay, so here also we are getting these things, string underscore price. Okay, so automatically it's going to create one variable, and here this is your reference. Okay, so again I'll press Control K. If you pass directly, automatically you will get the error. No, Control K for creating this variable, string underscore your reference. Okay, so if you come into variables panel, automatically we are able to create two type of, you can see here, variable, string reference, and your string price, you can see here. Okay, so here we are getting these things. Okay, right now after extracting this data, we have to display through message box. Message box especially for displaying the data on console. In Java, that is the system.out.println, and we are able to display the data. The same thing we are doing in UiPath, not write the syntax. Directly we'll pass the variable here. Okay, so I want to display the price. Okay, so So if you directly run this program, only will get the price, that is the 816. But especially for reference, like the data, like that, this is the things called price. We can pass double quote and plus. Okay, simple double quote. Why? Because I can pass price equal to. Okay, so price equal to will get the string price. After that, what we'll do, we'll pass the plus sign, and after that again we have to pass this reference data. So double quote, and here we can pass and reference say directly reference the short code data equal to. Okay, and after that we'll pass these things plus sign, and that is the string reference. Okay, it's very simple. We have passed that simple double quote plus variable double quote plus variable. It's very simple. Okay, so if you run this program, automatically on console will get all the data. But if you want to get this data into this output panel, so before that we have automated this process, and we are getting this 27th November program executed, and here we are not getting any output. Okay, so this program already completed 16 seconds, but right now if you run this program, the output everything will get into output panel. Okay, so for that we have another activity. For that activity, we'll take this write line activity, especially for displaying the data on console. I like that your output panel. Here we'll pass all the data, control A, control C, and we'll paste inside your write line. Save. Okay, so write line is especially for the displaying the data into output panel. Okay, so like that we are able to get it. Okay. So after that we have to write the data into one text file. Okay, so for text file means I'm talking about the notepad. Okay, so right now we have to create one notepad, and inside one notepad we have to write the data. Okay, especially for that we have another activity that is called write text file. Write text file is especially for writing data into one text file. So here the same variable, like I will copy this data. So already we have copied these things, control B. So write text file, it's for creating one text file, and inside that it's going to write the data. So it's asked the two things, what you want to write and where you want to write. Okay, so I want to write this data, whatever I want to display on message box, and I want to write the data inside the same folder, that is your input. Like we've created one folder called input, and there I'll try to give the name. Okay, so the name is, I can pass like that, BP table data. Save. Okay, simple. So after that it will try to try to access data, and it will try to write the data into one text file. After that, what we do, we have to click on create booking, simple, and we have to click on logout. Okay, so one type of process or one type project we are automating here. So for clicking on create booking, we have to simple take the activity called click. Okay, simple will take the click. If your click is not working, you can take the double click also, but here click is fine. So we'll simple drag and drop these things, click activity, create booking, and after that we'll go for the logout. Okay, so for logout, what we'll do, again click activity. Okay, so if you click on logout, you are able to log out this on through this project. Okay. After that we have to close this Internet Explorer. Okay, so for closing this Internet Explorer, we have activity like that. You can see here, till now we are not closing this like that here this project, because we have not used the activity called close tab. Close tab activity for the closing one tab in UiPath, like that, whatever the like the browser, whatever the page you have already opened, the same page it's going to close. Okay, not any other page, the same page it's going to close. Okay, before close tab, if you want to give the delay like that 1 second, 2 second, like that, you can pass this delay activity, and you can keep like it. Okay, I want to give the delay 0 0 0 2 seconds of wait. Okay, so save and run this program. Okay, so if you're going to run this program, automatically kill process will also work, and first it will try to kill your like the window browser. It will try to close the browser, and after that it will launch the new browser. Admin, that is also password admin. Click on create code, passing this data, departure date, one way, returning children, name, postcode, telephone, email, and click on create code. Okay, it's very fast, it's working fine over Index Explorer. And after that, you can see here price is 1160. If your adults like that, we have passed this 6 adults. So according to your data, we are getting the sample like that $1160 and reference equal to reference data equal to 20,001. It's working fine. We are able to extract the data and we are going to display on the message box. So message box, we are getting this is the correct data. Okay, click on OK. After that, it's going to click on create booking and log out. And right now waiting for 2 seconds of time, and after that it's already closed. Okay, so like this way we are able to automate this type of web-based automation. So here each and everything it's working fine. Okay, so here each and everything is like that your if you pass this string you as like a variable, so whatever the username, whatever the variable you passed, so whatever the data you can see here in variable, if you come here, so here we have passed user and user ID and password. Okay, so ID and password is both is admin we have passed, so that's why we are able to provide the ID and password. Okay, so here we use this click for select item, especially for your drop down. So we have a two select item, we have two drop down here, so that's why we pass this select item. And after that we have a type into for your departure date, click for the like this one way. And after that we have a two like the drop down, so that's why we have passed this adults and children. And after that we have passed this name postcode system. Okay, so right now we have done this hard coded. So this website especially very good into Excel automation. So Excel automation, whenever we do, we'll do the proper logic for that. We'll follow the logic. So here, if you come here on this website called BP table, there is a one way, and you can see here, if you come one way and like that, you're returning also. Okay, so in this scenario, we have clicked on one way. So whenever we go for the seat, I will show you this seat also. So let me come here. Okay, so in seat, if you come here, we are getting if it's in scenario. Okay, so whenever we automate this Excel automation, so in Excel, if we are getting this yes means if one way, we are not going for returning. If we are no, so no means we have to return to the different country also. So we'll take the return country also. Okay, so we'll provide the proper logic for that, and then we'll go ahead for the Excel automation. Okay, so this is a web-based automation. Today we have learned how to automate on different browser, how to automate on different like that if you want to automate on in Conda window, so how to go for that, how to navigate to the one browser to another browser. We have learned kill process. We have learned for that like how to killing any process. So these things we have learned. Okay, especially for your activity, if you come here, how to learn this type of activity. Whenever you're going to automate this type of web-based application, automatically you are able to remember this activity. It's very simple. Okay, so here I'll provide one notepad. Each and everything I write in that notepad. Okay, I will show you these things. Okay, let me come here. So all basic program data, every day I complete this notepad. Every day I pass the data. Okay, so here you can see here this activity. It's very simple activity. So write text file. Okay, today also we have completed this write text file. So here, if you come to my UiPath, if you come to my output panel, we are getting price equal to $1160 and reference data equal to 20,001. Okay, we have written this data into one notepad. How to check like that? So here you have to go like a project. You have to go for File Explorer. And in File Explorer, we have an input folder. So in input folder, we'll check the data. So data you can see here, BP travel data. Okay, so L is missing right now. Always check the time also. Whenever you're going to check this data like that, it's carried or not, always check the time. Right now you can see here the time is 7:59 Indian time. We are going to open. How to open? Right click on this notepad and click on open with. Okay, so we are going for click on notepad, and right now I'll try to open. Price equal to $1,160 and reference data equal to 20,001. Okay, so we are getting the proper data. We are able to write the data. And if you come to my like that your UiPath Studio, if you go for any interview across world, people will ask you what is your response time, in how much time you have automate this process. Okay, so definitely this question they can ask you. So this is the output panel you can see here, and here we are getting 46 second reward required to automate this process. After using this message box, we are getting. Okay, so 46 seconds, this is your response time. In this time like that, in 46 seconds, we are able to automate this process, and we have already successfully closed. And right now, this is the program today we have done. Okay, so this is the program we have done through flowchart, and this is the symbol of your flowchart. Okay, so let me come here. Okay, so thank you for joining this session. Again, we'll go for the different process. Thank you.